Usually, a booth like this would go unnoticed by the droves of students walking by, but this year is different.
It has already blown 2014 out of the water. That's all I know. Millennials are voting.
It's finally election day here in Boulder, and the polls are in full swing.
I just voted.
Students seem to agree that this time around, the issues on the ballot are going to dictate their futures.
People we vote for is also going to potentially change the landscape of politics locally and nationally.
I think some of the issues that were really important to me were the propositions concerning fracking and kind of new oil and gas ventures and kind of increasing that distance away from really important kind of people areas from 500 feet to 2,500 feet.
Catherine is talking about Proposition 112, which for advocate Deb McNamara is an issue that can have long-term consequences.
In a nutshell, it's probably economy versus public health and safety. The environment certainly plays into it in terms of the air pollution issues that we're facing here in Colorado, particularly along the Front Range, and water quality as well.
The most striking thing about students' concerns are that they are focusing on what the future will look like for coming generations, no matter the current cost.
I have no problem paying a little bit more. It's like help people, help the kids get a little, better education.
If I can affect that today with the way I vote, I'm happy to pay, my fair share before I have kids to make sure they have a healthy education.
Now, New Era Colorado is going to be here today on Election Day, driving students to the polls in these little golf carts. So if you still have questions, today is your last day to vote. You can get a ride, get educated, and cast your ballot today. Hannah Harriet of New Era Colorado is one of these bipartisan advocates just trying to get these kids to vote, and vote with purpose.
Today we're just encouraging young people to go vote, make sure that they have a plan to turn in their ballots, that they have all the information they need to turn in their ballots, and that they are voting confidently and not just filling bubbles out.
And as far as turnout, that remains to be seen. According to MSNBC, early voting turnout has indeed blown away 2014's numbers. And the reason why is clear.
I think people have a fire in their bellies to come out and really show up in the polls.
Register and vote in Colorado till 6:59 p.m. on Election Day, so get off your couches and do it.
Millennials historically have been characterized by apathy and indifference, but if the energy and turnout of these polls are any indication, we may need to find a new way to classify them. Natalie, Wadas, NewsTeam Boulder.